Hey guys, it's Skybird, and have I got something good for you today? We are eating good because I am going to be showcasing my left and right variant for posable hands. These would not be possible without a model on Thingiverse by the creator Fusion X963, so big thanks, shout out goes out to them. Essentially, this model right here is actually what I worked from. So it's a cool looking model. It's just too wide for my liking. I'm not a big fan of really large chunky hands, and I did test print this as well. There were some issues with it overall, including the cup size on the ball pieces up here becoming just problematic in general. So you can see that I went through a few iterations, including this one here, which I did test print. The ball joints were good on it at least, but well, some of them. I'll talk about that in a moment. And then the final version here, and you can ignore for now the Borak shields. Those will be in a separate video. So let's go ahead and hop back over to Studio for a moment so I can show you exactly what these fingers are able to do. First things first, they are three pieces. These pieces were entirely modeled by Fusion X963, so these do not have credit to me at all, although I did call them SB just because I'm using them in my parts. That said, though, the fingers and the thumbs are all identical to each other. They did also create a short variant for a fingertip. I don't bother with it, but I did print all of them off. They work out pretty well. They're kind of loose, but again, we can mess around with that in Blender a bit later. And yeah, no, I'm just glad they exist. The model's there. That said, though, in terms of the actual finger itself, or the actual hand itself, the sockets are staggered to allow for as much room as possible for each of the sockets to exist so that they're as durable as possible while still fitting into a 2x1 frame. So if we look down, you can see that the outer fingers are a little bit lower on the Z-axis of the hand than the middle finger. If we look at where the thumb is, it's a bit lower than all of them as well, and it's pushed back a little bit further as well. This allows us just enough room on the inside of the model to attach all of these. And yes, I know that there's a face clipping in this. I don't know what's causing that. It's not like that in Part Designer, but whatever. That said, each finger has 3 points of articulation with a ball that connects it to the hand itself, and each hand has an axle hole that goes through it as well. I decided not to show the axle hole on the other side, so it's not going to go all the way in. You can see there's a little bit of extra room there, a little gap. I'm perfectly fine with that, honestly, but if you're somebody that likes that gap to be closed, I could open the back side of this hand up and allow the axle to show through on both sides. I just thought it looked a little bit cleaner if it wasn't there in the first place. That said, you can connect whatever perpendicular connector you want, whatever axle you want, and basically that is how you connect a weapon to this thing. So overall, I'm very, very happy with how this came out. I am going to be running a test print on this one as well. In fact, I'm running a test print on one right now, but not with the axle hole because I added that after the fact. But I will let you guys know how that comes out. And if it comes out without any problems, then it will be posted on the Discord server in the custom parts channel. There's already a bunch of stuff over there as well that you can feel free to download. And on top of that, if it comes out without any issues, printing wise, then I'll be very happy. But if it does have some issues, I'll have to obviously fix the topology further. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I did want to keep this one a bit shorter, but I really appreciate if you want to subscribe. It helps the channel out immensely, and share if you want to. You can do whatever you want to for the algorithm stuff. That's I just appreciate you existing and you watching this channel. With all that being said, of course, again, links for Discord, Instagram, and Patreon if you want to check all of that out. That'll be down in the description below. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Specifically, I want to know which hand design that you've seen, custom articulated hand design that you've seen, is your favorite so far. Excluding the one in this video, don't like suck up to me or nothing. But I'm not super familiar with who all has created their own models because, again, they're not really my thing. But hey, maybe I'll come around to them. Who knows? All right, I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.